The early hours of October 1, 2024, brought a terrifying spectacle to the skies above Israel. Hundreds of missiles, launched from Iranian territory, blazed across the Middle East, their fiery trails etching a stark message of aggression against the backdrop of the night sky. The intended target, the heart of Israel. This was not the work of a proxy militia, but a direct, calculated assault by Iran, marking a dangerous escalation in the already volatile regional power struggle. Sirens wailed across Israeli cities as citizens, jolted from their sleep, rushed for the fragile safety of bomb shelters. The familiar dread, ingrained in the national psyche by decades of conflict, descended once more. As the missiles rained down, the echoes of past wars reverberated through the collective memory of a nation. The attack bore the hallmarks of meticulous planning, a coordinated strike aimed at inflicting maximum damage and sowing widespread panic. Military bases, strategic infrastructure, and densely populated areas were all in the crosshairs. The sheer scale of the assault, unprecedented in recent times, sent shockwaves across the region and beyond, raising the specter of a wider conflagration in the tinderbox that is the Middle East. The Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps, the elite military force of Iran, wasted no time in claiming responsibility for the audacious attack. In a statement broadcasted on state-run media, the IRGC declared that the missile strikes were in retaliation for what it called Zionist crimes against the Palestinian people and Iranian interests in the region. The statement boasted of pinpoint accuracy, claiming that all targets had been successfully neutralized. The timing of the attack was no coincidence. It coincided with heightened tensions between Iran and Israel, fueled by a series of tit-for-tat covert operations, cyber attacks, and assassinations. The long-simmering shadow war, fought in the clandestine realms of espionage and sabotage, had finally spilled over into open conflict. The order to launch the missiles, analysts believe, came directly from the highest echelons of power in Tehran, a testament to the growing confidence and hawkish stance of the Iranian leadership. The attack, seen by many as a show of force intended to demonstrate Iran's military prowess and challenge Israel's regional dominance, marked a dangerous turning point in the decades-long conflict. Despite the IRGC's claims of total victory, the effectiveness of the Iranian missile barrage was mitigated by Israel's multi-layered air defense system, a technological marvel developed over years of facing existential threats. The Iron Dome, Israel's renowned anti-missile system, roared into action, intercepting a significant number of incoming projectiles and sparing countless lives. However, the sheer volume of the attack, coupled with the use of advanced weaponry, meant that some missiles inevitably slipped through the defensive shield. Images broadcast on international news channels showed scenes of devastation in several Israeli cities, buildings reduced to rubble, vehicles ablaze, and dazed residents emerging from shelters to a landscape scarred by conflict. While the exact number of casualties remains unclear, early reports suggest a significant loss of life and injuries. Hospitals across the country were overwhelmed with the influx of wounded, a grim testament to the human cost of the Iranian aggression. The attack served as a stark reminder of the vulnerability of civilian populations, even in a country equipped with state-of-the-art defense systems. In the immediate aftermath of the attack, Israel's Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu addressed the nation, his face grim, his voice trembling with barely suppressed fury. He condemned the Iranian aggression in the strongest possible terms, calling it a cowardly and barbaric act of war. Those who seek our destruction, Netanyahu vowed, will pay an unbearable price. Israel will respond with full force and unwavering resolve. His words were not empty threats. Within hours, Israeli jets were reportedly pounding targets inside Iran, marking the first time that Israel had openly struck back at Iranian territory. The details of the retaliatory strikes remain shrouded in secrecy, but Israeli military sources claim to have inflicted heavy damage on Iranian military installations and strategic infrastructure. The world watched with bated breath as the two regional adversaries traded blows, each act of aggression fueling the cycle of violence and pushing the region closer to the brink of a wider conflict. The international community, alarmed by the escalating situation, scrambled to contain the crisis, urging both sides to show restraint and return to the negotiating table. But with emotions running high and neither side willing to back down, the prospects of a peaceful resolution seemed increasingly